Are we live? Check. Alright. I think we're live. Hey guys. Hey Grizz. Demon. Grizz. Squad. Mika. Streaker. Hello. Dylan. Hello. Bowser King. Sir Boy. Everyone. Alright, okay, so this is what used to be my Hainu project, but I'm shelving Hainu. So yeah, instead of doing that, I want to mostly, there's like a couple of ideas for joints that I want to test out, that I think I'll primarily just focus on that instead of trying to make it in the shape of a Hainu, because that turns out to have one of the problems that right now I kind of don't really want to deal with. Is this Jay's Mac? Yeah, this is well, I'm intending this to be a combi model between Jay's Mac and Zane's Mac. Give me a second. Finish some of the setting ups. Your alternate builds are awesome. I made the Mac Bunny from that Easter set. Oh, fantastic. Very proud of Carrick. That was one of the more fun projects. Okay. Are you gonna work on Barnacle Kaita again soon? Unfortunately, probably not. I tried to work on it like off screen and found that I was just kind of bored. And so currently I'm shelving it. Maybe I'll return to it next year. I kind of feel that like it's like there's not gonna be that much of a difference if I do it this year or next year. So I might as well save it for next year when I have more time. I was hesitant to change the project for a while until I have like an actual idea, and now I kind of do have an idea. So here we are. The thing is that like, alright, let me just try to put this together first, and then I will walk through my thought process as we do this. Alright. A few days ago, I upgraded Bumblebee Optimus Prime with the Rise of the Beast Prime. I made Cannon Energy Sword. It's still amazing. You made it from one Lego set. Oh, cheers! I am very proud of that too. I've had some requests to like do like an official like modification of official. My own modification of that into the Rise of the Beast Prime. I kind of really don't like Rise of the Beast Prime. I think they made his proportion all weird. And if I'm just gonna change surface detail anyway, I feel like I don't really wanna bother. Alright, so this is the thing. I feel like I found a way to build hips where, alright, I will sacrifice a lot of backward movement. This will get maybe, depending on how I arrange the stuff up here, one click backwards. I feel like that's enough. Usually with action figures or like with the human body, you're gonna find that like forward movement is a lot more important, and if this forward movement is off-centered to the front, that's not really a problem. Yeah, and thigh swivel right here. So there's that. Forward, outward, thigh swivel, and also they're really close together. They are as close together as like Batman hips are, right? Which means that I have an opportunity here to make like something that's smaller. And there's a lot of bricks here, and I found with the Hainu that like there were a lot of bricks that's going to be left unused if I keep the size to what it is, but it's also too bulky for the strength of these joints. I have figured out kind of a solution for this, which is why not gone to sleep? I think you and I live in different time zone, Namo. So here we are. Okay. Let's see. This joint. Alright. I know from the last time I tried to do this that also I want to try having these as ankles. See if they have enough strength. Here's the other one. Nice job, thanks. Alright. Okay. Okay, so these are ankles. For knees, I can do what I did. Well, we can just build the triple knee joint that Lego's developed. Triple ball knee, I suppose. See how well that works. When there's less weight, I guess. I wasn't on last stream. May I ask what you're currently working on? This is a combi model between Zane's mech and Jay's mech. At least that's the plan for now. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Very careful. How do I want to do this? It's the top piece there again. Alright, we're gonna do this instead. Alright. Let's try doing this instead this time. Okay. Oh, I think I messed that up. Alright. Oops. Okay. Roll away. So, instead of making something that's really big, my current plan now is that I can make a vehicle. So I can make like a small mech and then like a bike. And then depending on how things go, maybe the bike can like turn into weapons or something. Yeah, which I thought might be fun. Alright. This is knee. We're doing this instead this time. Alright, these are gonna have to be used here. Because we don't really have other options. Alright, okay. Let's just get all of our joints in order first. That. This. And piece. Alright. Give me a moment. Same, I'm kind of confused what you're starting over on. Alright, so this used to be, um, I I had quite a lot of progress on what this project used to be, which is a Gundam Hainu that I was working on. Um, Instead of doing a Gundam Hainu, I have decided that I would shelve Hainu for another time and instead do something more like an original design. It's still using the same sets, but yeah, instead of trying to model it after the Hainu, I'm just gonna do something original, I suppose. That also isn't a dragon cow mech because okay, I had this opposite. Alright, that's fine. It should be quite easy to fix. Alright. Knees, ankles, hips. Alright. Shoulders. And elbow. Alright. Shoulders and elbow. I should have. Alright. Let's say these are shoulders. Which leaves us with. Here's the thing about this, right? It comes with Zane, like part of the component set that I'm using is Zane's mech, which has a bunch of these without receivers, which is very annoying. Art sets. It looks like you are using Jay's hand mech, but I thought you were using Lloyd and Aaron's mech team. That's another project. How things work for me is that I usually have more than one project going at a time, and what this is that sometimes you get stuck on a project, and a good thing to do would be to move on to something else before you come back. It's also good to have like problems to stew on, and the thing with having multiple projects going on at a time is that you are able to like be aware of more problems to stew on, I guess. I remember this problem. Alright. Use this here. Might be able to build a stronger waist joint. Alright. Let's try something else. Dude, I do have one of these. I have no idea where this comes from, but I have at least one. I have two. Fantastic. Again, no idea where they came from. This is old technique, but still good, I think. Oh. can have App Crunch, and I wonder if that would actually work out. Let's see. Do you think categories exist before humans? Obviously, categories of rare things exist before humans, but you can argue categorization requires a mind to carry out, so they only exist after man. I'm really struggling with my philosophy class. Any input would help. Yeah, I remember seeing like a Hank Green video. Maybe Hank Green spoke about it on his podcast or something. I vaguely remember the idea that like some categories, a lot of categories are arbitrary and human constructed, but there are very many that aren't. That like the category between, actually red is a category in and of itself, right? You're determining that like certain things in this particular wavelength is somehow different from things that are like on either side of it, right? And like red in itself, the color is like a human construct, right? This is just how like our brain interpret that that bit of the visible light spectrum. But like the universe doesn't necessarily have colors, right? The colors only exist in our heads. Yeah. There are things that are definitely like sort of like things that we take for granted that are more human constructed categories. Those feel like it's interesting to discuss them in so far. Like once you accept that exists, the interesting thing is like, how do you tell if it's like really different, or is it like, usually I kind of think that like if you can put things on a spectrum, then the categorization feels a lot more like arbitrary. Whereas like there's no spectrum between an electron and a proton. That feels like very different things. There's nothing that feels like half electron, half proton. Right. Yeah. Anyways. Learn how to build mech with joints like Gundam Fit MG. What are you making? I'm just doing a robot. I think it's a Gundam Mock. Sorry if I spelled it wrong. It was a Gundam Mock. I have decided to make something else instead. Alright. The Gundam that I was trying to build, I found that it felt too restrictive. Like the project was too restrictive and I couldn't get work done. So, oh, here's an interesting thought. Oh god. Can do this. Alright. Maybe not this piece. Do I have like a plate with holes in them? Oh, please tell me I have a plate with holes in them. Well, that's a scam. Here's the thing. The side build of Jay's mech, I haven't, like, it's in a bag. I haven't opened it because I feel like I kind of want to try to make this without the side build, so that like when people buy it secondhand, they don't have to worry about having the side build. I'm very tempted to just open this up now. Doesn't really have the brick I need immediately, but yeah. Can you build the Nobel Gundam from G Gundam? Maybe. I have a lot of things that takes higher priority, but I do like the Nobel. Sailor Moon Gundam, basically. I guess I can put this above. But that's not very helpful. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Do I want side-to-side movement? Do I want to sacrifice this? Is my question now. It's going. It's going. I'm not keeping it. I'll keep this. Alright. Yeah, way to bracket this, which I can't. Let's see how short I can make the legs. This instead. Torso to be alright. Lower torso, upper torso, waist. Okay. Waist. Alright. Okay. Entirely unhelpful. Okay. We'll get there. Alright. Alright. Let's narrow this. Lower torso, torso. Oh, isn't that interesting? Okay. Let's try that. It's highly serendipitous. That's not half bad an idea. I think what you're working on is going to look awesome. Keep up the amazing work with this soon to be amazing mark. Oh, thanks. I always feel the urge to say manage your expectations, but thank you. All right. I want this to be longer than. Okay. Look at this. That's fine. Maybe I can make this light enough that this is enough for. Here's the thing. All right. This feels much tighter than this, right? And as people build, there's gonna be like some variance in the strength of this ball. So I want to make sure that it's like strong enough. Like no matter what they use, even if they use something weaker, because I don't want to have to like qualify that as people build. It's like, oh, test it out, make sure that it's a stronger joint. I think that's kind of annoying for, you know, both parties involved. Optimus Prime. What about Optimus Prime? Update? Oh. The Optimus Prime project is currently not near me. It's at my parents' house. Yeah. I'm currently, trust me, I really, no matter how much you think I want to, like, you want me to get back to that project, I want it more. It's just circumstances are not working out at the moment. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna have to bracket this together. Not shouldn't be too hard. I have a brick. Where do I put my bricks? Bricks in here. Oh, bricks in here. Four? Sure. So, alright, if I build this up more, it will hit here. I'm gonna have to hide this somehow. I can't hide it, it's just gonna chill out there. I'm gonna have to deal with that. I hope it's not too distracting. It's gonna have like this strut out on the back. Maybe if I make the thigh thicker, that's gonna limit. Alright, I'll figure this out. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Legs, arms, torso. Okay. And I could really use a plate with holes. I don't have them. I don't have any of them. Ooh, wouldn't this be an interesting choice? Is there a way for me to lock this in? I need a longer, and I don't have. Yeah. The answer is no, basically. The thing is, like, I'm planning to build like the upper body to be quite. I would like it to hold like a bunch of big weapons. So. Actually, here's an idea. I can build a trapezium the way that. Ooh, I actually do have a thing with hole. what build is this? This is kind of mostly, I think, what will be mostly an original build. Yeah, this is just an alt build of Zane's mech and Jay's mech. There's a few articulation idea I want to test out, and I don't want to limit myself to trying to replicate the Hainu anymore. Yeah. Alright. Do this. Okay. This. Okay. So then I can it's gonna have to be like this. So I can collapse in. I need a joint here. I need a joint here. Okay, okay. We can do this, we can do this. Calm down. Does that, so it has to be first. Okay. How about instead of putting it way up there, we do this. Oh, right. Let's do it on the 6 instead. This. Okay. Okay. Span. Yep. And now we just need a hinge here, I think. That should be fine. Okay. We can use a hinge here as well. Less obtrusive. Yeah, no, this has to be this. This has to be this because it's a piece with a hole in it. Okay. Just testing. We're just testing. Okay. Oh, I fell apart immediately. Okay, so that's not gonna work. It really will have to be. Alright, does this work? Oh, okay. It kind of works a bit. Maybe if I flip this upside down, there's going to be enough range that I don't feel the need to do that. Oh, okay. This and use a bolt. Wait, alright. This. and I keep rotation. Alright, fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna change this. Alright. Is that enough? I would like there to be more range. This feels too limiting. Okay. Alright. So it can't arch, but it will be able to crunch. Alright, that's a lot better. That feels a lot better. Alright, okay. And still side to side. Look at that. Oh god. It's a bit of a weird axis, but it kind of works. Alright, I'm gonna look at this. I actually have a better idea now. Which is I can use these. I'm very cognizant of the fact that I have no space for a neck joint whatsoever, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Alright. Now it gets even more joints. This feels more solid. I can support this with 2x1. Like that. Bracket it. Bracket. Small brackets. Actually, I have to find a way to hold this in place. Forgot about that. I had to redesign my Follow Cybertron Optimus because it was way too fragile. It's a lot better and my best mock. Nice. Hello, Harsh. It's always nice to hear when mocks get improved. Okay. I'm gonna find a way to get these to, the way I usually do it, a bit of a hack fraud way, is to just use brackets. I might just do that here. Alright. Might as well go with my hack fraud reputation. There's gotta be a better way of doing this. Ooh. There's an idea. Alright, so instead of doing this, tiles. Alright. Oh man, I'm gonna get into some like bizarre like illegality arguments with people with this. Okay. We're gonna roll with it. Okay, where do I put my stuff? Let's go here. Brackets go. Actually, I need a bracket. Oh, okay. Definitely not legal. Starting over? Yeah, I'm not doing a Hainu anymore. I'm doing this. So, yeah, alright. Ooh. I don't know how secure that's going to be. I guess we'll find out. Do you have any tips to help heads are really hard for me? I'm struggling on how to make a brick build head for Rise of the Beast Mirage, especially because I just finished his body, arms, and legs. And I'm scared if the head look bad, it will ruin the whole thing. Okay, my advice is to make a head that looks good instead of a head that looks accurate. So play with it, try different things, and prioritize like what you think just looks like a cool looking robot over what you think of as like an accurate representation of Mirage. Okay. This is going to be a disaster. Okay. This is not illegal, but it's also not legal. I don't like that at all. Painting your Gunpla to look 2D, I think, is like a really cool thing. Like with like drawing like outer lines and like shell shading it. I would love to do that one day. I'm really bad at like even just like trying to color like my drawings. I have a really tough time. So like figuring out where the light source are and where the shadow should be casted and things like that. Do you think it's possible to make a Fall of Cybertron Optimus that can transform and have the same size as the G1 set? It's G1 set. Oh, alright. As the Lego G1 set. I'm not sure. I think so. I can't see any. Like, that transformation is not very. Well, we don't really have like a definitive way to make that transformation work. I didn't look too closely at what Planet X did, and I don't know how easy that transformation would have to translate. But like the 2012 Deluxe, let me say 2012, right? It's not very complex at all. And like if you're willing to let go of a few inaccuracy, yeah, I can't imagine it being impossible. Just need a lot of skills and work, which might not be worth it. Might find that spending your time on other projects might be more fruitful. That, follow your interest. If it's something you think can be done and you would like to try, go ahead. I don't know why that sounded kind of like passive aggressive. I meant to be like encouraging. It's always good to try. Okay. Yeah. Try. You might have to be content with like not succeeding as much as you would like, but measure your success by, how many more problems you're you familiarize yourself with and are able to solve after the fact. Alright, I'm just gonna do this the boring way and see how much joints I'm left with. And we'll see if we can find more exciting solutions some other time. Alright, if I do this, what do I have left? I don't know if that's a lock. That's not a lot at all. Alright, okay. I'll figure out how to do that. I tried it with Lego Follow Cybertron Prime, but it couldn't transform. It's very fragile, but it looked good. But I eventually got the Bumblebee movie instructions instead. But try it, nothing is impossible. I have a lot of fun building your instructions. However, I really love building from your videos. Less precise than digital instructions, but have forced me to discover a way. That's kind of interesting. I never thought of it that way. That it's like there's like a skill that you have to practice, which is like reverse engineering. When you look at like other people's work and you like once you've done like once you've seen what it looks like, it might be useful to see if you can try to reverse engineer it. And oh god, I never thought about how if you're watching a video instruction that you have to do a lot more reverse engineering than following like just PDF instructions. Oh, I have an idea. It might be a terrible idea. Okay. Alright. Can I use minifigure accessories? This would simplify my job a lot. Doesn't necessarily solve all of my problems, but that is an idea. Oh, I figured it out. Okay, maybe it will solve all of my problems. This. I want the torso to be short. I want the torso to be that short. And we can change this into. Maybe that could work, right? Have you thought of doing a steampunk type? Maybe building a Ninjago set or Hulkbuster and steampunking it. These like sort of like twist on the aesthetics of things I'm less interested in than like trying out new ideas for sculpt and articulation. I think steampunking involves a lot of greebling, which I don't know if you follow my work. Like, I don't really do that much greebling. It's interesting to watch and see other people do it. It's just not an exercise that I'm necessarily very interested in doing myself. But I do think that I need to try new things. So yeah, nothing's off the table. Alright, if we're gonna do that, I don't need this whole hullabaloo. I could just do a simple bolt stud and tile. Let's use this for now. Oh, do that. Would that work? I just looked at Optimus transformation as it's simple, but the hard part is getting it to click everywhere. Yeah, locking points is like a interesting thing. I want to try to do like an actual like transforming thing again. I did one in the past, and I remember really enjoying the RC project. But yeah, locking points is definitely one of the things that I think is kind of like one of the first things that gets thrown away when people design Lego Transformers. It's like, oh, it's sacrificed on the altar immediately. Actually, if I do this, because, alright, I can use a bracket here. Okay, that's kind of rough. Oh, it's a 5 studs. Alright, we have to do something funky. You usually like to do this? Put here. And then I can shorten this so that it brings this lower. Okay. I feel like I have a bunch of 1x5s, like black 1x5s. Do I? I do. Kind of. Not a bunch, a few. Oh, there's buildable Batman at the back. Can you make it a bigger size version like your Iron Man mock? I have thought of that. The limiting factor is the cape. The cape is like only that long, and I make it taller, he'll have like a really short cape. I looked into like finding like Darth Vader capes, and whether they would be like long enough for my purposes. And then I feel like I'm gonna like force people to try to find a set that's like long retired. And then I thought about, okay, can I just like create a pattern and tell people to buy fabric and then cut out the cape? And like, it's a whole big hassle, and I'm still trying to think of like what the best way to approach it is. You know what? That kind of works. What you doing right now? I'm building a combination model of Zane's mech and Jay's mech. It used to be a Hainu project, but I have given up on the idea of making this a Hainu, and so it's just a mech now. Okay, might not have space for a cockpit. All right, I can lower this. I have to make it this long. Do I still have textured bricks? I feel like I do. I miss Barnacle. It used to be my childhood, and now it's been replaced by Marvel figures. I wouldn't say it's been replaced by Marvel figures. heard a lot of like, been looking at like debates between people of like whether okay, yeah, this feels good to me. Alright. Whether they'd be okay with a line of like brick built action figures that are Bionicle themed. And a lot of people really don't like the idea of that. I am very open to it, but it's a lot of differing opinions, I guess. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I feel like this is good progress. I feel much more momentum with this project than I did with Hainu. Hainu kind of stalled, and then I felt like I wanted to die. KNFA, hello. Alright, let's see. I need to fix this. Trying to remember what I did for Nia, because this is like a similar problem, but not exactly the same. Alright, build this back. I want to make use of the fact that like I can put these really close together, but as I build the rest of this, it feels like the div should be further apart. So I'm trying to keep this small. It's more difficult than one might think. Alright. How long did it take you to build the Hulkbuster? Good question. I have been trying to come up with a timeline. So like, I started work on that thing almost immediately, but like immediately after the set came out. But like, it's sort of like, it fell by the wayside, and I feel like I need to get like some smaller projects out first. I think the bulk of what I did happened within a month. It's like just imagine it being like 8 hours a day every day for a month, but like have that be spread out over, from well, let's say 2 months, right? Have it be spread out over from when the set came out to when I actually finish it and put it out. Yeah. Oh, actually, there's the design, and then there's like the instructions part, which took a lot longer than it usually does. I'm a lot better at it now, but like, just the sheer size of this project made it like a difficult process. Okay. Okay. Alright. It's gonna be really thick from front to back, which I think is good because it'll hide this strut. Okay. Can replace it with this, can't I? That'll save me some pieces. Oh no, I can't, because this will poke further back. I don't want to do that. But I can replace it with one, and that'll give me an extra turn, which I don't need because I have this turn. Are you going to make instructions on Rubrico for this mock? Because if you are, I'm definitely going to buy them. Wait till it's actually finished first. This might be another one of these projects where I get stuck partway through and just unable to finish the rest. You did an amazing job, and now I want the set, just waiting for it to go on sale. Oh, nice. I always get like both flattered and nervous when people say that they're gonna get a set just to do my alt build, because I feel like, oh, it's high stakes. If they don't like it, they're not gonna like their other option, which is the set. Anyways. Okay. Imagine someone is just watching this stream to build this guy. They're welcome to. Like, the final design is gonna be very different. I find that with designing, it's a bit of a ship of Theseus, like bits and pieces. Like there actually might be very little of this that remains in the final product. What I'm doing is like looking for ideas more than I am like putting bricks together. Okay, I can use a shorter one here, then I can manage that together. I'd like to build narrow shoulders. Okay. How long have I been going? Been going over just an hour. Alright. Yeah, I got a shout out. Like, just me responding to a comment is a shout out? Okay. Okay. I think we've made good progress. I'm gonna pause this for today. It's been going for an hour. Yeah, I'll probably be back at a similar time tomorrow. I've determined that I won't work on this exclusively on stream, but I would like to see if I can maintain an actual streaming schedule of some sort. All right, thanks everybody for joining me. Should add some bulk. We'll get there. Have a nice rest of your day, everyone. Bye bye.